PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the afternoon Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 27th of January. James Spann. Pretty amazing weather setup here today. While we have spring-like warmth, our neighbors to the north are having to deal with a crippling ice storm. And a lot to talk about here. Let's get right to it. First off, a reminder. You bet your buddy we're coming to Utah, Alabama for Storm Alert 2009. We'll be at Greene County High School Thursday evening at 7. We have never done a Storm Alert show in Greene County, but by golly, we're coming this year, so we hope you'll be there. Again, we start at 7. The doors open at 5 o'clock, and get there early to get a good seat. Next 3 after that will be Trussville, Jasper, and Oxford. There will be one more. At the end of the month, we'll announce the date and time on that a little bit later in a week or so. All right. Hey, well, let's go to the beach. What do you say? It feels like beach weather. Readings are in the upper 60s, touching 70 in spots. There's our Gulf Shore sky cam. And a lot of folks are indeed out there enjoying the surf in the sand. From Jasper, that's the view from the top of the King Building, looking back off to the east. A few scattered clouds on this mild January day, and pretty much the same sky from the University of Montevallo campus down in Shelby County. But boy, that is a problematic look right there. Big, deep trough in the southwest. A series of ripples of energy going out over shallow, cold air, producing nasty icing across a large part of the central U.S. There's our temperature map, and the red line, that's the freeze line. North of that line, that's where you got trouble. The good news, Memphis and Nashville, they're 37, so no issues there. But look at Dallas-Fort Worth. They've got 32, Mineral Wells at 26 out in Texas. Up in the Panhandle, teens. And the really bad icing is over North Arkansas, South Missouri, over into Kentucky and the southern parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. But around here, hey, ice. What ice? We got low 70s. Look at Muscle Shoals at 71, Gadsden 70, upper 60s elsewhere. But tomorrow we'll go the wrong way, so enjoy the warmth while it's here. Well, there's the big ice storm right there. Again, you can see it running from Childress, Texas to Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Louisville, Lexington, and Cincinnati. And accordingly, you bet we've got ice storm warnings, winter storm warnings, all the way from the Red River Valley of Texas on the Mexican border to New England. Of course, up in the deeper cold air, it's going to be all snow. The dark blue, that's the ice storm warning. And no advisories for Alabama. We might see a few snowflakes before this thing all ends tomorrow, but we don't expect any issues at this point. There's the snow prediction for the rest of today and tonight, where the best chance of the snow will be. Really the bullseye there from the southeastern tip of Missouri up to about Pittsburgh. And tomorrow, the better chance of snow from the mountains of North Georgia up into New England. They'll get a big snow up there in New England tomorrow. And there's the ice outlook for the rest of the day and tonight. That's the bad stuff. That's where you'll see the power outages and just real serious issues. Arkansas, northwestern Tennessee, much of Kentucky. Goodness gracious. Well, let's look at modeling here. This is the 12Z run of the GFS, valid at noon tomorrow at 500 millibars. And you can see the strong shortwave is lifting out, passing just north of us, and that's going to bring a rainy day. The surface low is up around State College, Pennsylvania. And we'll have periods of rain, temperatures falling from near 50 in the morning into the upper 30s, maybe mid-30s by late afternoon. And yep, on the backside of that, there's no doubt there could be a change to light snow before it ends, but we don't expect any travel issues. The temperature should be above freezing, the ground relatively warm. The only potential trouble, like we've talked about, up in the Tennessee Valley, especially the Shoals area, where they could get down into the 30 to 32 degree range tomorrow as light freezing rain or a few snowflakes will fall there. So the chance of some icy spots on bridges up in that part of the state, but again, for the Interstate 20, 59 corridor where we are, don't expect any problems. Thursday, that's all gone. Cool and dry day. The high will be around 50. And then Friday, the trough sharpens up again, and that's going to be a cold day. And, we've got maybe the chance of a few flurries up there in the Tennessee Valley and points north, but it's just cold. Windy, wind chill values below freezing, the high only around 40 on Friday. That's 30 degrees colder than today, by the way. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, it's going to be a cold morning with a surface high right over us. We'll be down there around 20. The valleys will reach the teens, and then we warm up into around 50 probably Saturday afternoon. This run looking a little cooler. And Sunday should be a sunny day with a high in the mid-50s. Hey, now, look what's coming Monday of next week. This thing has been on and off again. It's on again, and I'm beginning to think that the on solution is right with a strong trough coming in, and a surface low develops in the northern Gulf, by golly. The critical thickness value for snow there is running from Huntsville down to about Hamilton. North of that line, that would suggest snow. South of that line, a cool rain falling on Monday. And, of course, for now, we're just going to mention a chance of some rain with this. And if we need to bring in some wintry precipitation, we'll do that. But, again, this is suggesting the better chance of any snow Monday of next week with this feature would be over the far north and northwestern corner of the state. Monday night at midnight, surface low really begins to wind up over in the Atlantic, and that looks awfully snowy for Georgia and parts of the Carolinas, doesn't it? And awfully cold here. And then Tuesday, the thing begins to move up the Atlantic coast, a nor'easter. Could be a big snow for some of the interior cities there. And again, that's going to be one to watch in coming days. Go deeper into February. How about the 9th? Kind of a wavy-looking pattern there with a trough off to the west. That looks relatively wet. And 3 days later on the 12th, some kind of storm, another nor'easter-looking thing wrapping up off the South Atlantic coast over there. You can see there's potential for fun and games along the way, so I think we'll have a lot to talk about in coming weeks. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.